A man was working in the field when suddenly, a stream of milk flowed past his feet. He looked up and was instantly stunned. Milk was pouring out of a basin in an endless stream, pooling into a river on the ground. He tried to pour the milk out, but all the jars were already full and the milk showed no signs of diminishing. It wasn't until he turned the basin upside down that the milk finally disappeared. In that moment, the man realized he had stumbled upon a treasure bowl. With this precious find, he quickly became the local wealthy man. However, his good fortune was short-lived. Thieves broke into his home, and during their hasty escape, one of them accidentally tripped and dropped the treasure bowl into the river. The bowl floated downstream for an unknown amount of time until a woman named Amy found it by the riverbank. The next day, Amy used it to hold rice cakes she was selling at the market. To her surprise, the rice cakes kept multiplying, making it impossible to sell them all. She tried putting a banknote into the bowl, and in an instant, a large wad of cash appeared. Amy was overjoyed. To prevent the treasure bowl from being stolen, she buried it underneath a cowshed. She then prepared to deposit the money in the bank, but as soon as she arrived, she was arrested by the police. It turned out that all the banknotes replicated by the bowl had the same serial number. Amy was thus mistaken for a counterfeiter and sentenced to 20 years in prison. Prison life subjected her to daily bullying, which was witnessed by a newcomer named Annie. Annie stepped in to help and ultimately saved Amy. To repay Annie for saving her life, Amy decided to share the secret of the treasure bowl with Annie and her companion, hoping they would use it to do more good deeds after their release. Soon after, Annie and her friend were released from prison. To avoid drawing attention, they disguised themselves as veterinarians and found the address where the bowl was hidden, claiming they were there to check on the cow's health. However, the housekeeper informed them that this cow was extremely fierce, and everyone who had approached it had already died. Seeing the treasure right in front of them, Annie and her friend decided to take the risk. To find out how they ultimately obtained the treasure bowl, watch the original movie The Brass Teapot.